Welcome to the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors, a podcast that keeps HR pros, business leaders, and operations teams ahead of the curve. We're sponsored by our friends at Paychex and also by WorkHuman. My name is Steve Boese. Pride and Pullback, why some corporations are retreating from Pride Month. Today we're diving into a topical issue, the shifting landscape of corporate support for Pride Month events across the United States in 2025. Over the past 2 decades, corporate sponsorship has become integral to Pride celebrations. Companies like Target, Nike, and Google have not only sponsored events, but also launched Pride-themed products and campaigns, signaling solidarity with the LGBTQ+ community. This corporate involvement provided essential funding for events and symbolized broader social acceptance. However, 2025 has witnessed a notable decline in corporate support for Pride events. San Francisco Pride, for instance, reported the withdrawal of sponsors such as Comcast, Anheuser-Busch, Diageo, and Benefit Cosmetics, resulting in a $300,000 funding shortfall. Similarly, Pride Toronto lost major sponsors, including Google and Home Depot. Heritage Pride, the nonprofit organization responsible for the New York City Pride Parade, has reported a substantial reduction in corporate sponsorships for this year's events. Approximately 25% of corporate donors have either withdrawn or scaled back their support, leading to a projected budget shortfall of around $750,000. Notable companies that have reduced or ended their sponsorship included MasterCard, Citi, PepsiCo, Nissan, PwC, and Sky Vodka. While some companies like Target continue to provide financial support, they've opted to do so without public acknowledgement, likely to avoid potential backlash. The decline in corporate support for Pride events is attributed to a combination of factors. First, the political climate. The Trump administration's stance against DE&I initiatives has created a challenging environment for corporations to publicly support Pride events. BarkBox's CEO Matt Meeker apologized after a leaked memo revealed plans to reduce Pride marketing due to concerns over this political backlash. And Booz Allen Hamilton withdrew from World Pride 2025 to maintain its federal contracts amid scrutiny over DE&I initiatives. Other reasons include economic considerations. Companies like Nissan have cited the need to reassess their marketing expenditures due to overall economic uncertainties. And finally, the fear of backlash. Some corporations express concerns about potential negative reactions from certain consumer segments or political figures if they maintain visible support for Pride events. Publicly, companies express continued support for LGBTQ+ employees and internal initiatives. For example, Target emphasized its commitment to supporting the community during Pride Month and year-round, despite scaling back its Pride merchandise in its stores. Internally, employee reactions are mixed. Employees at BarkBox expressed concern over equating Pride support with political extremism, and at Toyota, the cessation of cultural event sponsorships has raised questions about the company's commitment to diversity and inclusion. In response to dwindling corporate support, some communities are stepping up. Twin Cities Pride in Minnesota, after parting ways with Target, successfully raised over $50,000 through grassroots fundraising to support initiatives like the Rainbow Wardrobe and Artist in Residence programs. Some organizations like the San Francisco Giants are still maintaining or even expanding their Pride events, demonstrating their unwavering support for the LGBTQ+ community. The retreat from Pride sponsorship, though, does appear to be influenced by political and consumer pressures. With the Trump administration's policies limiting DE&I initiatives and the challenging environment of corporate support for these events, companies do fear the backlash from conservative consumers as well, leading to a cautious approach to Pride support. As business leaders navigate the complexities of supporting Pride in today's polarized climate, thoughtful, values-based approach is essential. First, clarify your company's core commitments to DE&I internally and externally, and communicate with them consistently, not just during Pride Month. Second, you should engage directly with LGBTQ+ employees and employee resource groups to understand what support matters most, whether it's public sponsorship, internal education, or year-round inclusion efforts. And finally, if public backlash is a concern, consider how to build partnerships with community organizations and communicate your support through authentic, human-centered storytelling rather than high-profile marketing campaigns. Quiet commitments can be powerful. Corporate silence is rarely neutral. That's all for today's Workplace Minute. Want more on the future of work, talent, and tech? Be sure to hit follow, subscribe, and share this episode with a colleague who cares about getting the workplace right. And we will continue to follow this and all the important topics and trends in the world of work here on the HR Happy Hour Media Network. This has been Steve Boese for the Workplace Minute, powered by H3 HR Advisors.